Okay. So this is the rocket. Get it spawned better. So these have radio built into them. You can set the channel so they can launch all at once, each one at their own time or all at the same time. It's nice. Start off with a short pulse at the beginning and then immediately shuts off the rockets. Meaning, after it impacts, this part here isn't going to keep flying around your map. It'll stop. The battery usually breaks. Sometimes it won't, but that's usually not a problem. Mostly it's getting this stuff all turned off so that when these fall, they're not going to create lag, break things. They just go dead right after they're done doing what they do. Now, this missile comes equipped with, you see here, bomb here. That is not the majority of the damage. The bomb is primarily just to give a blast kind of effect, I guess, but this thing itself, when it hits stuff, just, I mean, absolutely destroys it. So I've got a bunker here to give as an example. So we've got some people in here to get out a bomb, just like we have inside the rocket. We drop some on here. People are fine. But if we get out this one, we flip it around. Actually, we can even launch it from the side if we wanted. I haven't done this yet. And we just go in here and we activate it, making the light blue. And we zoom out and we hit play. It will completely destroy anything. It goes really fast and pretty much goes straight through stuff. Now you see here the battery is on still, battery low. But it's not a real big issue because it automatically turns off the thrusters and literally, I don't know if the timer's still in this. Let's check. In, I think it's like 0.5 seconds after launch. It's just a quick pulse so that they don't lose whatever their original angle was. They don't get confused along the way because pretty much they only thrust for like the first half second. The rest of it's just gliding on the way there. Now there's another model I've got. Not sure which one is the more recent, but basically the same thing, but I've stuck an atomic bomb on the top of it. I find it kind of fun. Launch this. And it handles the weight just fine. Actually flies a little better. Of course, there you've got a nice atomic blast. In the water, these do not work so great. So, like, look, we launched that, and it stopped because they only go so long. Now, hear this? They will blow themselves up after a certain time. There's a grenade in there that does that. And so that really is only going to be a problem when you have water. They don't shoot through water. They'll shoot through most everything, but they won't shoot through water. Over some of the largest maps, you can get good, clear coverage from one side all the way to the other. If I go over to choose map, and we're going to go over to the Abyss, here's a fun example of what you can do with these. I'm going to go down here to the bottom. Put one down there. Now, because these are radio activated, they'll be default set to 0. You can set that to whatever you want. I can come up here, pop down a radio of my own here, activate that. Here it comes, and boom. And then it shot all the way, keeping completely straight. Made the entire distance from there all the way to the top before that thing went off. And it's remotely activated. Now, some people want to shoot a lot of these at the same time. Now, I mean, obviously, if they're not facing the same direction, they hit each other. That's a problem. But these used to have an issue that is still in the current one that's on the workshop that I'm going to be adjusting. where they would impact each other or blow up if you launch them at the same time. That has been fixed. So, if I have a bunch of these all at once, and I activate them, they come out here. Look at that. Completely straight, all the way to their target. They do not hit each other, they're not making a mess. All of the engines are turned off. You don't see any flying engines going all over the place. They just turn off and fall down. And pretty much go dead to preserve your lag. I mean, that was a lot of rockets, and that's a ton of power when you hit stuff. And they don't create that much lag. There's a 1 ton weight here at the bottom, keeps them sitting upright. It's really good for getting them to sit straight so that they will fire correctly. It's a great time to use these.